Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about the Row Terrasse bag. I have no idea how it's supposed to be pronounced since this bag has been talked about so little online, but I have really been using it and I wanted to share my experience and what I think about the bag with you. So this on the website is officially the Terrasse small shoulder bag is what it's called. I don't know why it's called a small. It's actually pretty big. We'll get into that, but just in case it is helpful, here are the measurements. So the height is about 7.8 inches and 20 centimeters. And then the width right here is about 12.6 inches and 32 centimeters. And it is about 7.1 inches in depth, so about 18 centimeters. And as you can see, it's got a very long top handle. Not sure if I can get it all in, but it's got a very long top handle, and the top handle drop is about 13 inches and 33 centimeters. So first I'll just kind of get into the features of the bag, show you some close-ups, and then I'll kind of get into the reasons why I bought it, the decision-making process behind that, and then finally share my thoughts using it so far for the past few months. Has it lived up to my expectations and all of that? And so yeah, let's get into it. And by the way, if you enjoy luxury fashion, and also enjoying all those things in an intentional way, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the community. So here, let's get into the features of the bag. So this is in the grained calfskin. It is very soft, pretty thin. It's got these long rolled tubular straps, I think is what they call it. It's very thin, pretty soft as well. I also just wanted to add that the leather feels very good quality and supple, aside from being just extremely soft. As you can see, the handles are super soft and malleable and just, yeah, generally very supple, very good quality. And as you can see, the stitching is perfect. There's obviously no loose stitches as you would expect from a brand like the Row. So generally just the bag seems very good quality. There seems very high quality. And it's got a zipper, but it's sort of hidden. It's very interesting, and it's got these big flaps. So let me just open it. When I'm storing it, I just keep the tissue paper that it came with kind of in the shape of the bag in it to kind of help keep it structured, because as you can see, it's very soft leather, and so I don't really care about the slouchiness. I think it's cool, but I do want to kind of preserve its shape for as long as I can. So I did keep this sort of kind of stuffing pillow thing for storage. And so yes, as I was saying, I think the zipper is very cool. It's not just kind of floating up there. As you can see, it's kind of hidden, and it's in the middle of these very big flaps. So usually I just don't even zip it up. I just keep it open. When you're putting it on your shoulder, the opening is pretty narrow, and so I'm not as concerned about security. And the zipper is kind of hidden in that because these big flaps kind of just go along the sides of the bag, that it's not in the way. It's kind of just hidden very discreetly. But if you want to, you do have the option to zip it up, which I do like. And as you can see, this is a very understated bag, as most of the Row bags are. It's got very minimal hardware, nothing here on the handles, on the face of the bag, just very, very minimal silver hardware here on the zipper, and that's it. And to that end, there's also no feet on the bottom, which might be a negative for some people, but I haven't really cared that much. I think it kind of goes along with the general feel of the bag, which is just very relaxed, carefree, with minimal hardware. So let's take a look at the inside. So inside, it's also leather lined. Aside from the big main compartment, there's a zipper compartment here. And then on the other side, another slip pocket. So it's very convenient. Aside from this big black dark hole in the middle, you do have some little compartments where you can very quickly put either your phone, receipts, parking lot tickets in the side compartments for easy access. In the Row, of course, the branding is very, very minimal. The only branding there is the Row stamp on the side in silver embossing. And I'll just show you a little bit more close-up of the bag. The stitching is in the middle, which is I think pretty unique. Most bags that I know of have stitching and seams, on the 4 sides. This one, it's really actually in the middle, which gives it really a unique shape. And then it goes all the way down the middle on the bottom. And then up. And I really like that it's got almost a sculptural look, I think because of these very interesting angular lines, but then again, it's very smushy, very soft. And so it strikes this very interesting balance of being kind of structured, but also kind of slouchy. So now let's get into sort of the reasons why I bought it, and maybe it might help inform you when you might consider this bag or what kind of needs this bag might serve. So I was looking for a big bag that can sort of be a work bag, maybe be a bag that I can use when I have my daughter with me, when I need to carry a little bit more baby stuff. So I saw this online, and it's not talked about a lot, so I didn't know much about it. I think I saw some pictures of Kendall Jenner or someone else wearing it. I thought the shape was really interesting. The long handle is definitely something I am not as familiar with or used to, but I really was just very intrigued by the sort of slightly structured but kind of slouchy look. And of course, you guys know, everyone knows that the Row has just been on this crazy hype. Everyone's talking about the Row. I never owned the Row bag. I've bought their ready to wear, but never their leather goods. I've read some good reviews, so I decided to just, check it out, see what the hype is all about. And so I ordered this online. And the other thing is just also for the past season or so, there's been this East-West trend. So there are so many options out there. I do find that with the East-West trend, a lot of the options out there have been very exaggerated. So for example, the Alaya Tekel bag, I just find that, it's very interesting, visually intriguing and curious, but it's just so particular, the look, that I don't find it, match with my style. And so I was looking for something that kind of has an interesting shape, the very long handles, but still remains sort of proportional. And so this one really piqued my interest, and I ordered it. So, I did want to mention that when I first bought it, even though I really liked it, I almost returned it because I'm not sure if I can get it to show on camera, but if you see, there's like almost like a white line in the middle of the black bag. I thought it was a defect. I was like, oh, what's happening? There's something on the leather. I can't seem to, rub it off or anything. So I contacted customer service. They were willing to let me return the bag, but they were like, this is the last one, so we wouldn't be able to replace it. I liked it so much, I decided to keep it anyway. But after thinking about it and looking at it a little bit more, I don't know if it's just a natural sign of the leather. As for example, when we look at Hermes bags, when it's Togo leather, sometimes there's just veins. So maybe it's something about the leather that's kind of creating that visual effect. So I've kind of gotten used to it, but I don't know if other bags might have the same issues or have the same sort of markings. So just something to look out for if that's something that would really bother you. So the question of, has it lived up to expectations, right? I would have to say it's a resounding yes. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I guess I can help you see it, which is just, this bag is extremely pillowy soft. It's just so squishy, so soft. I think if I were a super cool fashion week goer or, someone that has exciting events to go to, I would probably, be able to just tuck the candles in and just carry it even like a super carefree large clutch bag or something, because it's so soft. Also, it's so light. I think that's one of the reasons why I decided to keep it and have been enjoying it so much, which is just, it is really light for such a large bag. Even though it is lined on both sides, the leather is just very thin. And so it's pretty light for, yeah, the size of the bag. And because sometimes we know that the problem with big bags is big bags, they're already heavy on their own without anything in it. And then because they're big, you try to put a lot of things in it and it becomes this giant brick that you have to lug around, and it just makes it completely impractical. So one of the things that I love about this bag is just, it is so light, it is so user-friendly that it just makes it really easy to carry and to put things in it. As I mentioned, it's got just this one big giant compartment. As you can see, it's super capacious. I can fit a laptop in there. Obviously, the laptop's, you know, it kind of peeks out a little bit more. If I want to zip it up, I can still zip it up, but it might just peek out a little bit because the height is not, depending on the size of your laptop, I guess, probably not tall enough, but it does fit, and I do use it to put my laptop in it, so it's great for work, I think, and it can fit a lot of other stuff too, just because of how deep it is. And then finally, the bag has been surprisingly versatile. At first, I was looking at it, especially because I got the black. I don't even know if it comes in other colors. I've only really seen it in black, but because it's black and because of the style, initially I thought it was going to be, by the look of it, I thought it was going to be more work-oriented, more businessy, and I have been using it for work. Like I said, I can put my laptop in there, but also I've brought it with me to a 4-day conference, so I was running around the conference with it all day with my laptop, with all the different materials you gather up at the conference, running around, being out all day, being on my feet all day. So I really have enjoyed using it for work and for that conference, because it feels luxurious. When I carry this in my hands and I'm touching it, it's so soft, feels so luxurious, but it's very discreet. So it's like I get to, you know, when I touch the bag, I get to have this little moments of happiness and just feeling luxurious and pampered. Outside of work, I also use this for just regular day-to-day. For example, when I drop off my daughter and I have some baby stuff that I want to carry, instead of having to carry a second bag, this fits a ton, and so generally it fits my purpose of just needing to carry extra stuff. I've also brought it with me on vacation. It is a surprisingly great travel bag. So it's one of the best bags that I have, at least that I've owned, to bring onto a flight. So this counts as your personal item. It's just like a purse, but it fits so much, and it's actually a perfect size to fit under the seat. I got to bring a ton with me in this bag, and I just easily tug it under the seat in front of me. And I also used it, so when I was traveling, I took it with me to a city. So for a city break, I found that, you know, I had to walk around a lot. So I had it with me, but it's because it's so lightweight, it fits a lot. And sometimes when I'm on vacation, I'm out all day doing this and that, and I don't get a chance to go back to the hotel all the time. So I get to carry my life with me in this bag, and it's lightweight, so it's easy to use. It's not a pain to carry all day. And so I've really enjoyed it when I'm traveling as well. And then finally, just I find that it goes very well with winter outfits over a winter coat. As you can see, because of the tall handle, you can fit it over a coat, no problem. And but also surprisingly with summer outfits as well. So for example, on my trip, I was wearing shorts and a tank top. It goes with it. I was wearing dresses. It goes with it. And then, like I said, more wintry, cold weather outfits, it goes perfectly as well. And so I just generally find this bag very easy to use, very practical, very user-friendly. I also wanted to talk a little bit about wear and tear. I would say that, you know, my everyday bag, if you've seen my other videos or have been following me, a small crossbody would be my everyday bag of choice. And this is not quite an everyday bag with my current lifestyle, but this has definitely been my go-to for when I need something bigger, something with a little bit more space. My usual small crossbody is literally just enough for my card holder, my phone, maybe my sunglasses, and that's it. So whenever I do need to bring something more, my small crossbody it usually would not fit the bill, and this is something that one of the options now that I can go to. So I bought this one back in March of this year, and I've already worn it 37 times. I don't baby the bag, like I said. I tug it under the plane's, the seat on a flight. I bring it with me on the subway, on the bus, I put it on benches in the park. So I don't really, think too much about it. And I don't know if it's because it's black, if it just has this really relaxed feel, but I really haven't been babying it. Not that I baby my bags, but generally I try to be pretty careful. But with this bag, I've been able to just be pretty carefree about it. And I think after my trip, after I've really used it for days without really taking care of it that much, I did find a scuff, but it was pretty easily rubbed off. And so other than that, I have to say I am really impressed by how it just doesn't seem to easily pick up any scratches, scuffs, dirt. I can't see any sort of imperfections after I've been using it quite a bit, and pretty roughly, if you will, too. So that's all pros, and I have really been enjoying this bag, I have to say. My only concern at this point, and only time will tell, but my only concern with this bag is just, like I said, because it's so big, I'm not afraid. I don't hesitate to put a lot of stuff in it because it's lightweight. Even if I put a lot of stuff in it, it doesn't become overly heavy. So I do tend to put more stuff in it. And so my concern is just these tiny little skinny handles and whether this will hold up over time. So, as you can see, this is reinforced, but still, I just don't know if these handles will hold up over time if I continue to use it pretty carefreely and also put a lot of stuff in it. So overall, definitely think that this is one of the most underrated big bags. It's classic, but also on trend. It gives this interest with the oversized, oversized top handle, but still keeping it very proportional, pretty practical. And again, it's capacious, but it's lightweight, which is so important for someone who's just looking for a practical, maybe every day, but definitely a practical bag, and who has a very low tolerance for heavy things that you have to carry on your arms or shoulder. And so this one definitely kind of hits the mark for me. And that's it. That's my review and thoughts about bag. I hope that was helpful for you all, and please let me know if you have any questions about the bag. I'm happy to chat with you in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you at the next one. Bye.